Hello! I've decided to try and lose some weight. I'm at my highest adult weight, the highest I've ever been, and I'm thinking probably now is the time to knock it on its head and do something about it. But I don't quite know what to do about doing that. So I am going to go through a couple of different diets and see what works. Well, when I say diet, I don't think diets work. I think you just need to eat healthily and better than you usually do, and slightly less than you did before, and do more exercise, possibly. But it works differently for other people. Sometimes, I mean, the Atkins diet works well for some people, and the low-fat diet works better for other people, and everybody's got their own type of body, so everybody's got a different way that works for them. The first diet I ever went on was when I was about 13. I was in a youth theatre group, and I put on a little bit of weight over the Christmas holidays. Not actually an awful lot. The person that was in charge was a horrible person and just decided to rub it in and said I needed to go on a diet. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in the play anymore. As it turned out, he decided to get rid of me anyway. But I went on a diet. Now, it was the most effective diet I've ever had. Maybe it was because I was only 14, 13, something like that, years old. But it was from an old cookery book that my mother had had since before she was even married. I don't even know where it came from. It was something like The Woman's Home. I don't know what it was, but it had this really good diet plan that had so much food. It was a diet plan from the 50s, so much food that I couldn't even eat all of it. So that was a really good one, and it worked. But then other things happened. When I was about 20, I decided to lose weight again, and I didn't do it the best way. Basically what I did then was go on an exercise bike a lot and have a lot of liquid soup and also turnips. I don't recommend that either. Another time I lost a lot of weight was about 10 years ago. I actually lost that by being ill. I felt really ill, I couldn't eat anything. Anything I ate made my stomach hurt. Every time I ate anything, it would hurt my stomach. So I didn't really eat as much as normal because it hurt. And I lost loads of weight. And I went to an event and some people were going, "Wow, how did you do it? You look so amazing." And I was like, because I didn't think I was fat to start with. But then everyone was like, "Oh, it's just a miracle, you're so..." That annoyed me. Anyway. So what I've looked up is ways to lose weight. Now I'm just going to do sensible ways, but I found 10 really stupid diets you shouldn't do. After all that preamble. The first really stupid diet is everywhere at the moment, is the military diet. Now basically, number one, the military diet. The military diet seems to be a made up rubbish thing that is supposedly from the American military. What you do is on the first day, you eat crackers and cheese basically, and then you have some tuna and some stuff, and then you have some ice cream, and then the second day you eat almost all the same stuff, only a bit less, maybe an egg instead of the tuna, and on the third day you eat basically nothing, some egg, and then you don't do it again for another 4 days and you do it again. And you're supposed to lose 10 pounds in a week. Now you might do that if you're already quite big and it's all water. But it's a stupid diet and it's all to do with crackers and ice cream, which isn't a good idea, and it's nothing to do with the military. Number two, the cabbage soup diet. Now I know people that have tried the cabbage soup diet. Basically, what you have to do is make a big bowl of cabbage soup and then eat that. And that's all you eat. And you probably lose weight because you're just really drinking filthy water with a bit of cabbage in it and some salt. And you can keep that up for weeks and weeks and then you'll probably die. So don't do the cabbage soup diet. Number three, very similar to the cabbage soup diet, is the maple syrup diet, where you just make a big bowl of maple syrup or a big glass of maple syrup with some water and maybe a bit of lemon juice, maybe a bit of chilli to even it out, to have a bit of variety, and you just drink that, and you do that for about 3 days, and then you collapse in a heap on the floor because you're so tired and you've just had a little bit of sugar and some water, and that's not a good idea. You might lose weight, you will put it back on again. Number four, the grapefruit diet, which is very similar to the cabbage soup diet and very similar to the maple syrup diet, in that you eat a lot of grapefruit. You can do a couple of different ways. You can eat your normal food and then eat a grapefruit. That probably won't do an awful lot. You will eat less food on a general 1,000, 1,200 calorie diet and then have a grapefruit. That's probably fairly sensible. Grapefruit's nice. The other one is just eat grapefruit. That's probably the worst one. Don't do that. The Israeli military diet, the Israeli army diet, is very much like the other army diet, except you eat nothing but one thing for 8 days. So you eat 8 different things. You eat maybe all cheese one day, all chicken the next day, all lettuce the next day, all beans the next day, or whatever you want, just all of one thing. Now that's boring and stupid, and I can't see how that's going to do. You know, if you eat 3,000 calories of beans, you will still put on weight. It doesn't matter that it's only beans. It doesn't matter. I believe that it's sumo wrestlers just make a big bowl of vegetable soup, and that's what they do to put on weight, because they eat so much of it, they put on weight. So that's a stupid idea. Don't do that one. Another one would be the ramen diet. Yes, the ramen diet. Looking at my notes, the ramen diet is just eat nothing but ramen. Ramen is basically wheat and water and salt. Maybe a bit of monosodium glutamate or some flavourings. Eat nothing but ramen. Don't do that. It's stupid. Don't do it. It's an idiotic idea. Don't do that. Another one. The baby food diet. Basically, eat nothing but baby food. Get loads of baby food, pre-prepared baby food, and then you just have one little baby food for each meal, because it's only a few calories, because it's for a baby. Obviously you'll lose weight then, because a baby's that big, and you're that big. Not really a sensible idea. Don't do that. The cereal diet. The cereal diet. The cereal diet is, it's by, well, a lot of cereal manufacturers try to make you do this. There's a special one with a letter in it that tells you that you should eat 2 bowls every day and a proper meal for dinner. So it's a bit like the Slim Fast, only with cereal. The thing is, that cereal's got more sugar than any of the other cereals. And it's got no fewer calories. So you might lose weight because you've eaten cereal and then something else. But it's not a good idea, and it's cereal. And it's boring. And it's a horrible cereal too. I won't name the cereal. You know which cereal it is. It's a horrible one. What else? Have I done them all? Yeah, all of those. Oh, I know what the best diet is. The very best diet. You should look that up. Number 1 stupid diet, which is the best diet, is the peanut butter diet. The peanut butter diet is a good one. This one is eat nothing but peanut butter forever and ever 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 and ever. This is invented by Josephine and her cat Tinkerbell, and you can see it at this link. Anyway, I'm not going to do any of those. I might do something. I might eat less food. I probably will, because to be honest, it's cheaper to eat less food, and also it's much better because all my clothes are bursting off me, or rather I'm bursting out of the clothes, and I probably need to do something about that so I don't have to buy any more clothes. Alright then, try them all, but I wouldn't recommend any of them, except for the peanut butter diet. Bye bye.